this is a slightly modified map. It's just a picture of another section of the overall map, but it goes further up into the hills and towards the mountains. So as far as that is concerned, I don't know whether you can see it, see the splurge, but the edge of the hills are obviously here. The edge of the mountains, the easternmost edge of the mountains is up here. Can anybody see that up towards the top left of the screen?
Yeah, see the ping.
I can see your ping, but it's a good 4 or 5 hexes away from anything we can see.
Yep. Well, that's the mountains. So you've got about 4 ri of hills before you hit the mountains.
Anyway, what are we supposed to be doing?
We're scouting for
What were you
Bakemono
supposed to be
and their
doing?
kin and their allies, like the.
I thought we were just going to go out in the wilderness and stand around for 33 weeks and come back.
What do you call the big centipede thing again?
The Mukade.
Mukade, that's it. So we're looking for that. We're looking for, but not to engage them if we don't, if there's numbers or whatever. But we're looking for the source of evil magic in these hills. That
they did not say don't engage them. What they said was that unless
I'm saying don't engage them.
We have to find out where anything is. If there's anything around even further out into these hills and woods, we have to find it and report back where it is. If we can kill anything like Bakemono, we can do so.
They want us to scout further north and further south.
Yeah.
The hills.
Well, further east.
It was
into the hills.
And it was the gathered Shugenja of the Temple of the Flame had decided we should do this because they believe that the magic that they believe the Emperor was killed by foul magic, non-human magic. Am I right? Not the Emperor, sorry. What's the word?
Local daimyo.
Daimyo, that's the one. The daimyo. Yeah, they believe the daimyo's death was to do with murder and foul magic that's non-human, and they want us to investigate any possible sources of that. About right, Dave?
That is correct.
Roughly.
Did I even remember the right temple? Was it the Temple of the Flame?
Castle of the
Castle of the Flame,
yeah. Yeah.
Not bad.
Which is actually up there.
Isn't it also so that Harumi can become an associate member of them?
It would be beneficial to Harumi's case if she were to do so, certainly.
We better make sure she survives then.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second, I just realised I did not actually do that for you. Let me just expose that, because that is actually on that sheet. And there. Okay, so let me just expose that. If you look further up the map, you will see that the Castle of the Flame is there. So you don't necessarily need to go all the way back to Nobioka and then around. You could, if you wished, head to the Castle of the Flame direct and come in from the unexpected direction.
Oh, I see. You mean swim across the river?
Yes. I mean, you are obviously all in very peak physical condition. Yes.
Looks at Harumi.
I know at least one person who's not going to be too happy about that.
Yes,
I think you're attempting to drown her, aren't you?
Not at all. Not at all. You would, of course, make sure that she was safe. Well,
I'd
yeah,
be too busy making sure I was safe. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
let's face it. You could just strap her to the top of Baka and float her across the river.
Nothing kills party members faster than water in Bushido, from what I remember.
I don't know.
Oh,
Hold
it's
was
a
doing-
deadly element, I tell you. Deadly element.
Hold was doing a pretty good job, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that was sort of watery based too.
Now that was the
Oh.
snow. It was the cold. Anyway, so you are spending the night in Nobioka. The date is the 1st of Yayoi. And the weather is good. There were clear skies today as you travel to Nobioka. So I presume you're thinking of setting off and heading upriver from what you described last time. Do you wish to learn anything else before you leave the town?
Yes, they sent a Shugenju with us who was trying to negotiate for us to get a weapon permit. How did that turn out?
And he did get a weapon
We got
permit for you,
yeah,
if you
and
remember.
permission to wear armor as well.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Good.
But following your question, it was only for the duration of your trip and not open-ended.
Yeah.
Nice try.
I'm
Okay.
learning, aren't they?
It's so unfair, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, let me just move that to a new window, and let's move it down to here. Just trying to take advantage of my 2 screens. Okey-doke. So, for historical purposes, you came across the Mukade being ridden by someone around about here.
Mm-hmm.
And chased it, but it got away from you.
Yep.
You followed the track of the various creatures and found a gorge, which had on your side of it there was overhead rope bridges between the trees with bakemono on them.
I remember, and you'd set up this beautiful map, and then we didn't stay on it. We were on it for like 2 minutes, and we left. I remember it well. Yes, David, I know the exact spot you mean because I remember the map.
But it was an unusually organised group, so it might be you wish to investigate it further, or you might wish to avoid it completely. But your choice.
You'll hate us if we avoid it completely, Dave. We've already avoided it once.
I think they said they already knew about that, didn't they?
Oh yes, you told them about it.
Yeah, we've reported it.
Yeah, but it was unusually organised, and you may feel it worthy of further investigation.
And the other big thing of note is that Mukade being ridden by anything is unheard of before, isn't it?
Oh, well, certainly the Shugenju you spoke to hadn't heard about it. The Bushi you spoke to hadn't heard about it, but then you wouldn't expect them to. They're not great on the classics. But as far as the Shugenju are concerned, definitely new news to them. So, oh glorious leader, where do you wish to travel, and what speed is the party travelling at the moment?
I don't know, what's Harumi's speed?
Harumi, what's your BMA?
Four, I assume. Something like that.
Well, according to when I've just looked it up, and it is indeed 4.
Oh.
Okay.
I was thinking, guys, of following the Mukabaki River. Being on the left bank of the Mukabaki River up into the hills until we are southwest of the Castle of the Flame, and then approaching that fortress or whatever it was from the northeast.
Coming that way.
Yes.
Yep. I see that. Yeah, makes sense.
If you talk to Wanshu and ask him about it, he will tell you that that river, that road north of Hajima actually runs along the side of the river all the way up into the mountains. And 1 second while I just get the full dimensions of it, because after Hajima there are no other villages that he's aware of until it actually reaches the fortress. And what's the name of the fortress? Let me just pull it up. Zenzen Castle, which is on it is on the pass, one of the passes through the mountains to the west side of the island. And the road, it is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what is the distance?
Shinshinotsu is the village with the well with the kami, isn't it? Yep. Closer.
It's probably about 20 ri beyond Hajima. 15 to 20 ri beyond Hajima. He's never made the journey himself. Any caravans that get sent up there, supply caravans, are heavily guarded.
Yeah, well, I was thinking we'd probably go about 4 ri, maybe 5 past Hajima, and then turn southwest.
Okay.
Here-ish.
Unless we see any obvious trails between then.
Yeah.
Yes, so.
Basically, if you imagine a line between the Castle of the Flame and that strange fort we found,
Aye.
so basically get up to that line and then head towards that. Yeah,
So right in the middle of that, basically.
Somewhere near there, yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of it, like there.
Right around there.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, like that.
Well, travelling on the road, if you're limiting yourself to 4 ri as your 4 as your BMA, then you basically do 6 ri on the roads in the green terrain. Once you get into the rough, you'll be down to about 4.5 a day.
Yeah, well, we'll go at Harumi speed for the moment.
Okay.
I've just noticed it actually says re when you use the measure tool. It's very cool.
It should do.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice touch.
Right. It wasn't until about a year ago I suddenly realised you could alter the dimensions.
You can do a custom one. Yeah, I didn't realise you could do custom.
Yeah.
I thought it was just feet, yards, and meters like the ones that come with it. That's cool.
No, it is useful that way.
Very
so, in that case, let's move that down to here so I can update the thing.
Do we think 10 rations is going to be enough? Take with us. Like for each, I mean.
No, I think we should.
We should take more. We should probably have 20 each.
Well, we're being paid for up to 30 days, so I would take 30 days.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to buy 20 days worth of rations, please.
Well, I don't think I even have 10 currently. Let me just see what I've got.
A copper each, is it?
I think
they're
so,
a copper each. I mean, they're nominally 2 copper in the town, at least in the tradesmen pay for that, but you lot know well enough, you just head out of town and buy them in one of the local villages.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're £half each, so that's £10 of weight. I think I can take 10. Hang on. So.
Do you remember I was boasting I had tons of weight to spare?
I know, I'm partially encumbered.
Yes,
I take 10.
I think I've got about three pounds available, just under 3.5 pounds available. So if anyone needs something light carried.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be encumbered by carrying some food.
As long as you can at least still move at least 4.
Oh yeah. Right, so I'm gonna buy 20 days. I've now got 25. So that's 20 copper, right? For
Yep.
20 days? Thank you.
I hope somebody's planning on carrying Harumi's.
I've got 25 days of food now.
Right, then I'll carry
And I'm
Harumi's.
down to 12 silver, 7 copper.
How much is... I'll carry Harumi's food. How much is he carrying?
I think at the present moment, somebody else is carrying her food, so it would be the full 30.
Okay.
Guys, should we hire a porter?
Probably not a good idea.
No, if it's going to be dangerous, you mean?
Yeah, too dangerous. I'd rather not someone run off.
Fair enough. I mean, it's something we can drop when we get into a fight if we need to be fast.
We can manage it. We can manage it. We should better manage it between us. It's only a bit rice and fish, really.
Yeah. Just have to have it, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
Separate bag ready to
that
drop.
reminds me. One thing we were talking about at the end of last session was leaving some money here. That would be a bit of weight to drop off. Not a lot, mind you.
Go for it. I don't have any left. I think I repaid one of my gold that I was on Kosa, so I'm down to 2 now. Is it Kosa or Kinzo?
Yes, you do,
It
yeah,
was Kosa,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah, you won't still owe me 2. Yeah, I've got it down.
Nice.
If once you wouldn't mind, I'd like to leave 1 gold and 1 silver with him, please.
Very good. That's perfectly acceptable. He's happy to look after it for you.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm right close to the encumbrance limit.
Are you unencumbered?
I'm unencumbered,
I am.
but I ain't got much left.
I'm partially encumbered, 75%
Close.
deftness and speed.
Have you got with £3? If you've got something that weighs £3, if that would not drop you to below unencumbered, it's the camping gear and the Tetsubo is 35 between it at the moment. £35 I'm carrying.
I've got.
Do you want to just give me 6 rations?
Yeah, okay, so you're carrying 6 for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll change that to 19, and I'll make another 6 that are carried by someone else.
Yeah, but it's just unencumbered.
Yeah, so
I can take 7 if you really want. That pushes me.
Okay, thank you.
It's my limit.
So I just need to put them on a carried by other thing, don't I? Yeah, so I put an X in there. Okay, I'm still partially encumbered, but that'll come down soon.
Let's put that in the miscellaneous.
Can I leave my nunchaku here? I'll never use it. I'm going to leave it here with 1 shoe, if that's okay. That's another £1.
He opens up the back room and you can pop it in there.
Thank you, 1 shoe. You're such an honourable man, I love you.
The party armory. So has somebody taken that wakizashi that you had there?
I don't think anyone's using it.
It's Yanagi that uses them, I think.
I don't use them.
You don't?
No.
No.
The only one who does is Asakura, and he's not with us.
Oh, that's right, yeah, sorry.
We don't have any Bushido,
We
really.
don't, yeah. I'm
Oh,
confusing your
fine.
other characters from the other game, I think.
Well, do you want him to try selling it for you while you're out way? Or
No, leave it there.
No,
Yeah, okay,
We'll keep it
fair
for
enough.
now. We're not short on money.
Baka hasn't got into it. Oh, yeah, I'm not entirely certain I'm making it back from this.
Okay. Anything else you want to purchase?
No, I think I'm good.
So I did pick up.
I believe somebody's carrying the writing kit for Harumi, so she can scribble
I
things down and such like.
I've got a Sumi-A set and a Sumi-A ink. Is that correct?
That's right.
it.
Our human pack mule is carrying all that sort of stuff.
Did you say you were taking my armor last time, or am I imagining that? I'm gonna have to take that myself, I think.
Yeah, I brought it back. Yeah, I brought it back to the. No, it was your camping gear I was carrying.
That's right. It was my camping gear you're carrying. Yeah. So yeah, I've got my own armor. Okay.
But he's not carrying it anymore because that's past tense.
Yeah. Oh, come on now. I'm gonna put my armor on since I've got permission to.
Okay. Any last requests?
No, I've got spare underwear and spare clothes. I'm good, I think.
Yeah. If I don't make it back, send the money I've left with you to my mother, please.
Certainly. That is down in Hanamishisu, yes?
It certainly is. Yeah.
I suppose if we're making that kind of statement, then all my belongings can go to the house on the rock. Money included.
Raises an eyebrow. He wasn't aware you were a student.
I spent a large amount of my youth there.
Yep. But he wasn't. He thought he's not aware of that. He's only knows you from what he's heard of you from Uncle, who's basically told him you're another native of Hanamishisu.
Ah, well, yes. Sort of, but not quite.
Wanshu isn't a master of information, and he knows what he's told.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's definitely fine.
Anyway, has he any idea who or what killed the daimyo?
I'm gonna leave. No, I'll take that.
Wanshu, no. I mean, he suspects that it's one of the lesser lords from the province that's disguised it somehow. I mean, that's what they normally do. But there's all sorts of rumors. Ninja seem to have been discounted for some reason. So who else could do it and get away with it? Possibly a renegade hermit?
Somebody who was trusted?
This is one of the thoughts that it's well, as far as the guards are concerned, they've all been questioned rigorously. But
And have you had any word about the army that was sent down south?
half of them have returned, actually. They did the rounds of the various villages and escorted the lords back to Nobioka for the meetings with the widow.
And what happened to the other half?
Oh, they've been left in Miyazaki, as far as he can tell. Certainly, the Ashigaru who've been talking in the various inns brought a rain of steel down on the city. The previous lords of the city were displaced, and their families were escorted back to Nobioka and are they're being cared for by the widow.
Oh, you mean they've not killed him yet, then?
Oh, the lords are dead. The families are being comforted by the widow. You know, eldest sons and all that.
Okay. Well, I expect them to get executed too, then.
In Wanshu's opinion, it might be that she's keeping them for use as a scapegoat, if necessary.
Well, yeah, it could be a scapegoat, but they're going to end up dead, aren't they?
Oh, almost certainly, he reckons. either for rebellion or murdering her husband or being in league with somebody or whatever. He has heard that there have been numerous deaths down in Miyazaki in the town's population as well, especially on the docks.
And would they be Yakuza by any chance?
Well, dock workers, obviously.
Yeah.
Smiles quietly.
Okay, let's get out of this death trap before we get caught up in it.
Yeah. He reckons that obviously the eldest son of the daimyo is nearly at his majority, but his mother is his regent at present.
Anyway, you look after yourself, Wanshu. We want you intact
I
when we
will
come to
do
the gate.
my best. Everybody's keeping their heads down. Right, so you are leaving the city and heading up the road along the Mukabaki River towards Hajima. And 1, 2, 3, Re. The day is clear, the weather is good, and you're all sad to be leaving before the festival coming up in a days' time. But never mind, you're on a mission. So you're continuing up the road. You are stopped on leaving Nobioka, and then wave your piece of paper saying that the peasant who's wearing the armor is authorized to do so. The guard double check it. You reach Hajima. Similar things happen with the Ashikaru there. Are you going to stop in Hajima for anything, or keep going?
How long is it taking us to get there in terms of half a day?
Half a day. Half a day.
Yeah, we'll carry on then.
Yeah, because we're going double.
you don't-
Is this a major road? We go. What speed do we go?
Nope.
What?
It's a minor road.
Not a major road, it's a road.
This is a minor road, so you do plus 50%.
Aye, it's 150%.
So
on this.
in the relatively clear terrain, which this is, you would have your BMA would go up to 4. Sorry, go up to 6.
Mhm. So we've
Once
got-
you get into the into rough terrain, your BMA will drop
Yeah.
by a quarter. So that would drop
Yeah.
it down to about 4.5. So effectively you travel 4 Ri up the road, and you've got 2 of your 6 Ri left to travel, which is a third of your movement. So you can travel a further 1.5 Ri on the road into the rough terrain. So let me just expose that. So So the river continues north, the road follows its banks, and then starts to wiggle somewhat. So you reach there successfully. Nothing has actually happened today. As I said, the weather is good, clear skies, and temperature's mild at the moment. Obviously, the closer you get to the mountains, the cooler it's likely to be, but for the time being, the weather is good. So you are camping out for the night. There is
Can I just do
clear
a
space between.
Can I do a quick check on Brian? I've not heard from him. Brian, is your mic switched on? Yeah, I thought there was a problem with Brian. If you're speaking, we don't hear you, mate. Thought it was worth
I'll just
checking.
put a note. I'll just put a note in Roll20 to say that.
Let them know that, yeah. Okay, I've got you.
Why did I put that 3 in there? My typing leaves a lot to be desired. Regardless, if Brian is AFK for the time being, Harumi is not excessively tired. Okay, you are now definitely into rough terrain, so your move along the road is going to drop to 4.5. Okay?
Mhm.
So, as far as the camp is concerned, there is about 100 yards between the road and the river on average. It keeps it's built up slightly so it won't get washed away in the floods. Distance from the edge of the hills and the scrub varies. Are you going to camp on the hillside of the road, or the riverside of the road, or on the road itself?
I think we'll camp just off the road, on the riverside.
On the
I
riverside.
assume, has the road been completely quiet all day? Much traffic?
Anybody
Yes,
up
there's
and
been
down
no
it?
traffic on the road. This road is normally only used for taking goods up to the castle, for sending reinforcements, bringing troops back. Wanshu will tell you there is minor traffic up the road on a mercantile basis, but it is very limited because it's an inhospitable area. The road is not patrolled, and therefore there's much more risk of danger from wild animals and the creatures of the forests and the hills.
Okay.
I mean, the road
Be alert.
itself. Now that you're actually into the rough terrain, the road itself is deteriorating. It's a track rather than a road. It's partially maintained, but it's not in good nick. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
But they do at least make an effort to keep the vegetation cut back a little on either side, so it's not overgrown.
Okay.
So you're camping out on the riverside of the road, and I presume you are keeping a watch.
Yes, we will have some sort of watch.
Yeah. I'm happy to volunteer to go first.
You might just tell Baka to be quiet because he's been chatting away, excited about the adventure he's about to go on. Paying absolutely no mind to anything about him.
So at the present moment, you've got Kyūryū and Kinzo on first watch, Kosa and Yanagi on second watch, which presumably leaves Baka and Harumi on the third watch. Is that right?
I'd rather not have Baka and Harumi together.
Who's got good wit?
Harumi's probably the brightest in the party.
Yes, I'd like to have me, Kinzo, and Kyūryū on 3 separate watches with one of the others with us.
Okay, so
I'll
put
take.
Kinzo on the third watch with Harumi, and put Baka with Kyūryū.
Okay, I'll take first with with Baka then.
Sounds good.
Okay. Kyūryū, Baka, Kosa, Yanagi, Kinzo, Harumi. Are you having a campfire?
If
What do you say, boss?
it's cold, yes. If it's cold, yes.
It's not winter,
Does
is it?
It's not cold. The temperature's probably dropping down to close to 10 degrees.
We're in the autumn time, aren't we?
Yeah. It's all
Does
right.
the camp- Does the camping gear have a stove?
No, it's springtime actually.
Oh, springtime. Okay.
It's late spring.
Yeah,
You're just going
okay.
into early summer.
So it's getting warmer. Okay.
We don't need a fire, certainly not tonight.
Nah, don't think so.
Well, it's clear skies and the moon is third quarter waxing, so it's Coming up to, in actual fact, a couple of nights' time, it will be full moon.
Okay. No fire.
In that case, there will be moonlight, starlight, so there will be dim light. Does anything happen overnight? Unfortunately, you have a clear night, and well, apart from the hooting of owls and wolves howling in the distance, that sort of thing, it is peaceful. Righty ho. So the following morning dawns. Can I have a d20 roll from Kyūryū, please?
From Kyūryū? You sure can.
Jolly good.
Are you making health save rolls already?
No. Didn't burn the rice too badly for breakfast.
That was my cooking roll, yeah.
That was your cooking roll. Okay, so if you're setting off up the road, you can probably do about 4 re today. So what I will do is,
I think we'll spend the next day following the road, and then when we stop, that's when we will change direction tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll
Decide where we're
keep
going.
going on the road today.
right. So let me reveal what you find today.
Quick question, Kyūryū. Am I using? Are you using the rice from me, or are you using?
I'll use
one
the
of your
stuff.
own
I'll use the
done?
stuff I'm carrying first, so that I can hopefully get down
Makes
to
sense.
unencumbered to be at maximum deafness sooner.
Cool.
So that's one day gone. Okay.
Well, do you want to actually use your stuff for me just now, and I'll just hold on to it till you're ready?
All right. So I'll take 2 from my pack for you and me today.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 re. Your second re. You level up here. The river bends back to the south, then curves around the north.
We're not in the mountains yet. This is just the valley, eh?
You're still in the rough terrain.
Yeah.
So that's the second re. Third re.
Oh, look at these new hexes, boys. What a thing of beauty. Yeah, love
And then
it.
the last.
Ooh.
Love it.
So you travel a further 4 re up the road, and as I say, it bends to the north, then curves back towards the southwest.
Right.
And there is actually a most of the way up here, the hills have been closely packed together. There's been narrow valleys. There is a wider valley here heading to the south.
That sounds like a good way to go to me.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anywhere? Sorry, was there anywhere at this bit of the river that looked like a good place to cross for later if we were going to head straight for the Castle of Flame? Should Harumi make a note of any good crossing places?
Is Harumi drawing maps?
Right.
The river generally is very rocky and lots of areas of rapids. When the water goes down, as later in the summer, there's probably some areas you might be able to ford. Without actually going and testing it, be difficult to say. There is nowhere that looks like an easy crossing. Let's put it that way.
That was a
And
good
how wide
idea.
is the river? How wide is the river at this point?
You could probably get across it.
Like if we dropped a tree on it.
It's too wide for a tree to get across in one go. You
Right.
might be able to find some areas where there are sufficient rocks poking up out of the water that you could drop a tree trunk down, and it would be you might be able to arrange for it to fall on the rocks or against the rocks, so that it would be held as a makeshift part bridge. But you couldn't get all the way across on it.
Right. We'll save that for later then. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, crossing looks possible. It's certainly not a kind of nice, wide, kind of smooth river that you could just swim across. There are patches where you might be able to swim partway across, but you're pretty certain there's rocks in there as well. So it's a dangerous crossing. Once it gets
Sure.
out of the hills, down around Hajima, somewhere about there is probably the furthest it's navigable. Prior to that, there's swirling currents, rocks, etc. About here, it starts to even out and become navigable. Hajima is probably is about the furthest north that you've seen boats on the river. There were certainly no boats up here. Okay.
Okay.
And as you've been going upstream, the number of rocks in the river have been increasing. And likewise, rapids, waterfalls, that sort of thing. Okay. Luckily, today has been peaceful. There's been no signs of any creatures that you've seen. Can I have a D20 for the party as a whole, please?
Someone else want to get that one?
I'll get this one.
Ooh,
It's not bad.
Okay.
not bad.
And Harumi's seen animal tracks, but nothing else.
Okay. And not any dangerous animals like bears or anything. Wolves. Wolves isn't a native animal here, is it? Sorry.
She's not sure what they are, actually. I mean, she'd probably point them out, and somebody else can have a check and see if they recognise them.
What kind of size are they? Like fox size, badger size?
Anybody got hunting or tracking?
Nope.
Yeah.
Actually, Oliver, you do get okami or wolves in Japan,
You do? Okay, thank you.
Oh yes.
and they're quite dangerous.
Oh, I think I actually made it.
Harumi is typing. Brian is here, but not
Yay.
with us.
I've made my hunting roll and just missed my tracking roll.
Appears to be. Yeah, Brian has been talking. If you can hear us, Brian, the first thing to try is disconnect from Discord and come back. Suppose.
Aha. Oh, I'm in the wrong channel. Oh,
Yeah, you did.
flipping
You
heck.
wrote it in Bandits.
What am
Okay.
I doing in Bandits?
Try again now, Brian.
Obviously, I find
Getting
it
very
so-
confused.
Yes. Okay.
Brian, you want to try again?
Is Brian with us?
Brian's back on Discord,
Yeah.
but
Still nothing, and
if
he's not
he's
lighting
saying
up.
something. No.
No, sorry, Brian. We still don't hear you, mate.
Discord's misbehaving, obviously.
There's also to try, Brian, go to your Discord voice and video settings and check it's picking up the right mic. Oh, you think your mic is dead? Oh, okay.
That's not good.
Not good.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, I can't say not dead, just resting.
He can hear us though, so he can always type if there's a. He really needs to
Okay.
say something. That sucks. Your mic's died though.
Okay. So, does anybody in the party have hunting or tracking?
Yes, I made my roll. I made
Ah,
my
in
made,
that
made my
case-
hunting roll. Dismissed my
Okay.
tracking.
Well, in that case, the various animal tracks. There are bear and there are wolf tracks that you've seen.
Ooh, so dangerous animals.
I mean, when anybody sees tracks, they point them out to Kosa, and he has a look at them. But so far, it's only animal tracks. You haven't seen any signs of
Yeah.
forest goblins or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm quite
Still-
familiar
Well,
with
we
bear.
know there are bears. We know there are bears in this area because
Yeah.
we found one earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Met them before. I'm quite familiar with bears. Thank you very
It
much.
was more like down
Yes.
here though, wasn't it?
That was there. Yes.
Well, I don't know. How far do bears roam?
Quite far, I would imagine.
As far as they want, no one's going to tell them not to.
Yeah, exactly. Wherever they want to go.
You know, we've got another joker in the pack.
That was a good one.
Very good. So, at this point on the river valley, the river is flowing southwest, and you can see the edge of the mountains over here. So you reckon probably about 4 ri away, you can
3
see
or
the
4
mountains
ri, yeah.
starting.
But
Okay,
we're at,
yeah, I'm not really concerned.
we're at the
I
end.
really want to go in the mountains if we can help it.
No, we're at the end
So-
of a day now, aren't we? We'd have to stop here, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're stopping here. Then tomorrow we're going to head down that wide valley that we discovered.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that heads almost due south.
That'll do for now.
Okay.
And due
you
south on
camp
this
out
map
the
is
night-
that way, isn't it? Because this map's tilted
No,
to the
due
side.
south on is that way.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
So this is
In
east.
that case, we want to.
This is west. This is north. This is south. That's how the
Well,
map's
we-
lined up here.
I really want to head in this kind of direction.
South.
More. Actually, I don't really want to go any further away from the coast, effectively, but I want to kind of parallel to the coast, sort of.
Yeah. So coming down this way now.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe a bit further. That's it.
Yeah.
More towards the coast a bit. But
Alright.
kind of
Further in towards the
don't really
coast.
want to get. I don't really want to get any closer to the mountains. I
Yeah,
don't think
okay.
there's going to be much in the mountains of interest to us.
My apologies, I got the direction wrong. This direction is due south.
I thought so.
Okay,
Yeah, well-
so my apologies. So this valley heads west
West.
into the hills.
West,
We want to go southwest then.
east, south, north.
Southwest
Okay.
then is what we're looking for.
Well, you spend another night out in the wilds. This is probably the last night you can camp between the road and the river because you're heading into the
Yeah.
uncharted
Hinterlands.
territory. Okey-doke. The night itself is quiet,
Good.
and the following day, the weather is still a very nice day. It looks like it's going to be a cooler day. Clear skies, should be a full moon tonight. But there's a gentle breeze from the northeast as you venture down into the valley. Now, let's just show you what you find. Okay, as you venture further down the valley, You can see there are gaps in the hills to the south, but there is a very obvious pass into the hills, and the valley continues on, and it opens up. It kind of closes down slightly, but it's still there. Are you having a look to see if you come across anything, or are you just cautiously moving forward?
I think we'll have a little snoop around.
I thought we knows,
That's what
yeah.
we're here for.
Okay.
If there is any
In,
signs of footpaths or anything like that, or traps, anything like that.
okay. In that case, can I have a roll for the party, please?
Somebody want to do that one?
Fair enough. Again, animal track, but no obvious signs of intelligent life, shall we say?
Okay.
Fortunately. So, are you continuing on to the to the west?
Yes, continue on the main.
Okay, I will reveal another ahead of you.
Mhm.
Okay, the valley obviously continues on here. There is an outlying hill here.
Mhm.
There is a small gap heading up to the northwest. It carries on to the west. It also curves round and starts heading south.
Right. So we will go up that lonely hill, and then we'll go follow it down to the south. But while we're up on top of the hill, we'll have a good
Get a
look
good
around
look.
in all directions.
Okay, you can see a little bit further in all directions. Let me just sketch a little bit out.
Oof, lost him. He's back.
Okay. You can make out the start of another open valley to the northwest. There's just a narrow pass between these hills here and the valley to the south. You can make out the start of woodland down there. So it looks a larger valley across there as well then.
Yeah, well, the woodland seems like the way to go.
Okie doke.
Actually, directly down the map from where we are.
Can I have a D20 roll from the party, please?
Somebody do that one?
I've got the last one.
Mind if I get it?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Okay, Baka, you do that one.
No, your dice went behind the hidden thing. I didn't see it.
Okay, and can I have a luck roll from the party, please?
I'll get that one then.
Somebody do that. Yeah.
Oh, it's rolled twice, so the top one, I guess. The first one,
Right. Let me first of all reveal what you find.
It's just a dodgy button on my mouse that double clicks sometimes.
That's not good.
No, the mouse cost £100, so it's not good when things that cost that much.
That is
don't
not
work in well.
good. No.
I've had it for 4 years.
£100. I'm using a wireless mouse that I've had for about.
It's called the Logitech G604. It's that good that in the 4 years since I've had it, it hasn't gone down in price, and it still costs £100 to buy it today.
Well, the one I've got, I think it was £7 about 15 years ago, and it still works.
Let me leave you the party token there. Okay, you make your way down into this valley, and it is an east-west valley.
Okay.
And it appears to continue both ways, although it's narrowing to the east. And again, there is a ridge of hills to the south.
I think we will head along the valley. I think we'll cross through the wooded bit onto the hills on the bottom, and then go west.
I think I just saw Brian light up.
We're kind of walking along the slope of the valley on the bottom side. So we're
That's
not
fine.
actually
So
in amongst-
effectively, you're walking along the base of the hills on the south side of the valley.
Yes, hopefully above the tree
Okay.
line. If it's
Well, you're going to have to go more than just at the base of the hills. You're going to have to go part way
Yeah.
up the hills if you
If
want
we
to
can
get
go-
above
if
the
we-
tree line.
Yeah, I think if we have to go part of the way up, that's fine. I'd rather not be amongst the trees.
Well, I mean, the trees go up the side of the hill as well.
Yeah, if they go too far up, we'll just have to walk through them. You know, but I mean,
Yep. Okay, and at that point, I believe, can I have a?
something in there. Ooh, that's not good for
Right.
us.
Okay. Can I have a luck roll from each member of the party, please?
Ooh.
See who's unlucky.
Me. Oh, but I know I got a good luck and a bad luck. So's Kinzo.
Oh, so's Kinzo.
I got
Kosa.
nothing.
Nothing for Kosa.
Okay.
That's neutral.
Oh, bad luck for Yanagi. Oh no, he's got good as well. He's got good luck as well. It's Baka with the bad luck. Ooh.
There's a surprise.
Ah, right. Fine.
Oh, no.
And Brian's typing.
So, Brian, if you wouldn't mind just rolling 3d6. Or I can roll. I can roll 3d6 for him while he's trying his new headset. Actually, no. Kosa, please roll a luck roll for as leader of the party. Roll a luck roll for Harumi.
Mhm.
Nice and neutral.
Okie doke.
Only
Right.
Baka with anything positive or negative.
Okay. Baka, try making a wit saving throw.
Uh-oh.
You mean swine.
Well, he's the one who's
Oh.
unlucky.
Failed by
Oh, you're
one.
joking. Failed by
Oh,
one.
he almost made it. Wow, what a
Fair
heroic
enough.
effort.
Okay,
Unlucky man.
here we go. There is a kind of lot of shouts from the party as various people notice that you're actually walking through what looks like a group of snakes sunning themselves on a piece of rock, and
Ooh.
one of them takes a bite at Baka. Unfortunately, it
Bites itself.
misses.
Holds up his rock.
Roll a d10.
Who, me? Oh.
No, sorry, no, a fumble. So that's a 1 on a d20. It's just a normal miss, unfortunately.
What was Tim saying earlier about it rolling extremes? There we go.
120 his eye, look
20
at
and
that.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, dear. All right, well, today's encounter, you walked through a group of young snakes that had hatched out and were sunning themselves on a rock. Most of the party had the bad luck to walk through them, but noticed them and managed to avoid them, apart from Baka, who didn't.
Stood on one of the
Luckily-
Stood
tails.
right on its tail,
Luckily-
aye.
You actually found the one snake in the group with bad luck, and it completely missed you. Okay, so now that you're alerted, you are able to hightail it out of there. So, sadly, that that event didn't actually have as the effect I was hoping for. Never mind. So, well, no, you didn't avoid it.
Hey, I won my first fight.
You have never seen Baka move so quickly before. Okay, you continue on west along the valley. And another reef. And you can see the valley opening up ahead of you. and about a ri further away, you can see the edge of the mountains. But it appears there is a very large valley at the foot of the mountains.
Would be worth a look, I think.
Can I have a D20, please?
Oh, a 20. You were surprised.
What were you saying about extremes?
Well,
Ken,
they don't call it roll 20 for nothing.
Yes, roll 20.
Living up his name.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. That is effectively with you kind of checking this, that, and the other. That's your 4 ri for the day.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, you've pushed it a little bit. Your move is actually down to 3 ri now that you're actually in the rough area and there's no road. So you pushed it a little bit and you've got to there. You can see that the valley is opening up ahead, and it looks like there is a large valley at the foot of the mountains.
Yep.
Okay.
You camping for the night?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to do rations for yesterday and rations for today. I'm behind. So I'm taking 4 off
Don't worry
Baka.
about rations. Don't worry about rations, because you've made sure that you've had enough. So once you get back, we'll count out how many days it is.
I know, I don't
and you
know,
can
because I'm needing to
knock
do it
them off.
because I'm bringing my weight down to unencumbered eventually. So I'm taking 4 off, so that's 2 days for me and 2 days for Baka, okay?
Okay.
I'm now
So
unencumbered.
that's tomorrow's rations as well, then.
No, that was the 2nd and the 3rd. That was yesterday's and today's. I forgot to do yesterday's.
Okay. This is, well, you set out on the 2nd. You've travelled upstream and camped by the river
No,
on
wait,
the 3rd.
we set out in the
Today's the
1st.
4th.
Did we not set out in the 1st? I thought we set out in the 2nd.
Oh, no. The 1st was when you actually reached Nobioka.
Ah, right, okay.
Set out on the 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, you set out on the 2nd.
Okay, thank you. So I've just done
Okay.
tomorrow's rations as well then.
Right. So you settle down for the night. Can I have a wit saving throw each from the 2 people on the first watch?
Okay, does that mean
Which
Baka first again?
And I believe that is where are we? That's Baka and Kyūryū.
Wit saving throw.
Wit saving throw.
Oh, I don't quite think that makes it.
Well, since Baka is AFK for a minute, please make a roll for him as well.
Okay, I will just check. Wit is 6. I missed it by 1 for mine. Sadly.
Okey-doke.
And Baka's rolled a 7, but I think he's quite dumb, so he's not going to make it if I missed with a 7, is he?
No, he is high on the physical intelligence. Don't call him dumb.
Does Baka not literally translate to stupid?
Maybe. Anyway.
I think it translates to dumb, doesn't it?
I think so.
What's
in
that?
Case,
The nice way of saying it is wisdom's chased him all his life, but he's always been faster.
can I have a luck roll from either Kyūryū or Baka, please?
I think I'm lucky
Uh-oh.
on him. I'll do it. I'll
Sorry,
rip
it
it.
means
Yeah.
foolish.
No good.
It depends which way you translate it.
Okay, no luck, no unluck.
Yeah.
You
Neutral.
know, your watch passes peacefully. So does Kosa and Yanagi's watch.
And that was the night.
Kinzo and Harumi, can I have a luck roll? Sorry, a wit saving roll from each of you?
And this is the night of the 4th, then, yeah.
This is the night of the 4th. Yes. Not a luck roll, a wit saving throw for Kinzo and Harumi.
I'll get Harumi then. 8. What's Harumi's wit?
5.
Harumi
Okay.
is an 8. Harumi made it. Bang on the nose. Hi, Brian. That's just me rolling a roll for you, mate, and I've succeeded.
All right, fine. Okay. Kinzo is nudged by Harumi, who kind of whispers she can hear movement in the valley. Sounds like a number of feet moving from the east to the west, going past you in the scrub.
Stay quiet and attempt to find out what these things are, without moving any closer to them, mate.
Fair enough. The weather today and tonight. Let's just check and see.
Hello?
So there
Oh,
is.
hello there.
Brian.
There we
Welcome.
go. Now it's working.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, it's nice to hear
Man,
your
that
voice.
was
you're-
after
working fine earlier. I don't know what happened.
that.
Oh, neither do I. You will be happy to know that you have just heard signs of movement in the night air,
Oh.
and drawn Kinzo's attention to it. It's not. You can wear your winter garb, by the way, Baka. It's cool enough to do so, because you are getting closer to the mountains.
Excellent.
And you're in early summer anyway, so it's nowhere near the hot and sweltering that it gets then. So as far as the noise that you heard, you are camped on the south side of the valley, up against the hills. It dips towards the middle and then rises again to the north. And it appears that these footsteps, or the sound of things moving, is coming from the east and heading west towards that large valley at the base of the mountains. And it sounds like it's coming down the middle of the valley. The weather is clear. It's a full moon tonight, so you have both moonlight and starlight. And if I could have, because Harumi can point where to go, you can have a wit saving throw and increase your wit saving throw by 5. So please make a wit saving throw to see whether you can make out what it is. Is that a success, Kinzo?
Yes, it is.
Jolly good. Well, even if Harumi didn't make it, you can make out, looks like a party of about half a dozen creatures, at least one of which you can't make out what 5 of them are. You can make out the movement of 5 of them. They look shorter than human. The last one, yeah, that looks like an Obakemono.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay.
Which way are they heading, Dave, on the map?
They are heading from this direction and heading in that direction. So they're heading towards the mountains,
Who was
or
it?
towards that valley.
Who was it found those tracks? Harumi.
No,
it's not
it's heard noises.
Oh, she heard noises.
She heard noises in the night,
Oh.
and when she drew Kinzo's attention to it, looking down into the centre of the valley in amongst the scrub, looked to be about half a dozen creatures moving through the scrub. From your assessment, you've given the height of the scrub, 5 of those creatures are shorter than human, but the 6th one is definitely an Obakemono because it's standing out above the scrub.
Right. Well, report this when the others wake up that we spotted 5 what looked like Bakemono show, and an Obakemono going down the centre of the valley towards our left.
Okay.
Okay, good. Do you think they saw us?
They didn't see us because if they had done, I think they would have attacked us.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Okay.
Well done.
Are you gonna venture down and have a look at the tracks in the morning?
Yes, once it's daylight.
Yeah, the tracks aren't going anywhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if they were just,
Besides, there's only one of us who can follow tracks.
and when you only
That's
saw
our
them
SSD.
just above the scrub, there's a chance they could have the big that big old Macadie could be with them, but that you might not have seen that because it's lower than the shrubs. So we need to be careful. If they're with that, if there's half a dozen of them, and Bakemono, 5 Bakemono, and that thing, then we do not want to run into them.
Okay.
5 Bakemono and 1 Bakemono. We're pretty confident about taking that, though, aren't we?
We're
And
not
fight.
here to fight.
Guys.
But we're here to find out what's going on, or what's around.
Just saying, if it came to it, we're not scared of that size of group of them, are we?
Yeah, but I suspect they'll soon have some friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go down and check the tracks.
Yeah,
Can
let's
then
have a
follow
look
them.
Okey-doke.
around. See what we-
Right. You go down after breakfast. You have a look at the tracks. Okay. Can I have wit saving throw from everybody and a tracking roll?
Wait, saving
Tracking.
throw.
Ooh, I made the tracking.
Oh my word!
No.
I made the,
Oh, nice, Baka. Kinzo,
I
what
made
are
the
you
tracking
doing?
roll by 4. I made the tracking roll by 4.
I've been paying way more attention.
There we go.
Oh,
Ones and
Yanagi
20s.
as well. Look at all the 1s and 20s, boys. I love it.
Okay.
Broken.
Harumi,
It's obvious that Yanagi and Kinzo were talking about something because we're not paying attention.
Harumi and Baka have to kind of grab hold of Kinzo and Yanagi and stop them walking all over the tracks.
What track?
Well, that set of tracks, they say, pointing at them.
Oh, are we looking for traps? Oh. Since when were we looking for tracks, Kinzo?
And Kosa comes over and has
Since breakfast.
Oh, okay.
a look at them and says, yes, those are definitely tracks, but they're heading east.
Are they the only tracks, or are there others? From the earlier or
As
late?
far as you can make out, it looks like one set of a kind of big tracks and a number of smaller tracks heading east.
But there's no sign of them. I mean,
When
came
you
the
head a
other way.
little bit further down into the valley, and kind of, you do find another set of tracks heading west.
Do we think they went east and west, or west and east? Based on what
Difficult to
Kinzo
tell.
could see?
They're not on top of each other.
Oh, but Kinzo saw them moving last night. So which way were they going?
Yes,
then?
Kinzo saw them moving west.
Right.
But the both sets of tracks look fresh, in your opinion.
Yeah, so
Can I have another tracking roll from you?
I think we have to assume they're going west. 11 newer trackings on 6, I think. I don't think it's on
Okay.
8. I think we're going.
You can't tell which is youngest, but they are of a similar age.
I think we're going to assume that they were heading west when they've gone into that big valley. I think a reasonable assumption.
This be a patrol.
Could be.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Clearly something in that big valley, so we need to have a snoop around there.
Right.
Is it possible in this big valley, is it other sides of the valley navigable? Or is it too rocky or too steep or whatever?
These are hills. They're rough. They're a bit rocky, but you can probably climb them without too much difficulty.
Okay, we will go up the hills then, but we'll stay below the crest of the hills. We're not skylining.
obviously, the further up you go, the less scrub there is. Okay, so are you staying to the southern hill or the northern hill? Because
On the southern
you don't.
side.
Okie doke. Okay, in that case, you set out. You start going up the side of the southern hills
Yep.
till you are. You've still got reasonable cover from scrub, but you are out of the worst of the trees, and you travel west. And I will give you another area reveal.
I'm just going to disconnect an Ethernet cable from my computer. It should switch straight to Wi-Fi, but in case you lose me for a second in between internets.
Okay. Right. You get to about that point, and you can make out that there is a large valley stretching to the north. To the west, it runs up against the edge of the mountains, and it
Yep.
also stretches to the south.
So
This
come to a
this
T-junction,
southern
basically.
this southern hill looks as though the valley curves around it. You would have to go around the edge of the hill or go up over the crest of the hill to see how far it goes to the south.
We're going to go in a southerly direction anyway, so.
But can I have a wit saving throw for the party in general, please?
Okay.
Who's feeling lucky?
Oh, wow.
Come
Oh.
on! What a roll. Nice.
Looks like Baka's still paying attention.
Well,
The fearless leader.
you decide to stop for a second because you're pretty certain that poking up over that rock there looks like a top of a helmet.
Oh.
Mhm. Okay. Facing what direction? Or away from us?
Well, you reckon it's an ideal spot for a sentry, looking down into the valley.
Right.
Your approach, you've actually, because you've come up the side of the hill, you are at a point where you're out of his line of sight, but you can actually make out that there is somebody there.
Right.
But he's not seen us from the way we've come up. Okay.
Apparently not.
No. Okay.
At least there is nobody jumping up and down or firing off humming bulb arrows or banging a gong or anything like that.
Well,
And the top of the hill moves slightly, as if somebody's just changing position slightly. But
there certainly seems to be
Can
just
I-
the one that we can see.
can I have another wit saving throw for the party, please?
Kosa, come on,
beautiful.
mate. Nice roll.
Unusual for me.
Yeah. We were just saying you never notice the nights when you're having a good night. I'm noticing now you're having a good night.
Judging the hillside, it looks almost human height.
Okay.
If the hillside carries on the other side of that rock the way it is here, then if that person is standing up, then they'd be about the same height as you.
Okay.
And looking at it, that looks like a standard Ashigaru helm.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Well, remember we did have suspicion that some of these Bakamona were in league with bandits because of some of the equipment they had.
All right. Okay. Kyūryū,
Yeah.
and you go and take him down.
You want me to? Right, okay. So I'll take my armour off. Because I want to be as
Yep,
fast as...
please,
No, I
please.
don't need to. Sorry, I got my weight down. I'm unencumbered with it on. I don't need to take it off. Nice.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to try and sneak up on him, Dave, and just try and So like a chokehold arm round the neck with the arm over the mouth, so he can't make a noise, and just squeeze. One of them.
Okay.
Want him alive?
Yeah, we want him alive. So I'm going to try and put my arm round his throat to knock him out, make him unconscious.
Okay. Well, he's on the other side of a large boulder, so you can either go up the hill and come down on him. You can go over the boulder or go round the bottom of the boulder.
I'm thinking up over the boulder, so I've got that leverage from above, and I can get both arms round his neck. Well, one round his head to cover his mouth. So picture my right arm round his mouth and my left arm round his neck, squeezing. So his mouth's covered with one, and I'm squeezing the...
So what skill are you using to get over the boulder? Are you just going to climb up? Are you going to jump up?
What's the appropriate skill?
Flying.
Well,
Harumi Jutsu, if you've got it.
Don't think I have Kyūryū. I do. I have Kyūryū. So do I roll on that?
You can drop on him basically.
Yeah.
Climb up and drop on him.
In that case, you need a Harumi Jutsu roll.
That's not a success.
Oh,
So I guess that just means that I'm not able to climb over the rock, and I'm going to have to go around the side then, yeah?
No, you can get over the rock. It's just you try leaping over and you don't successfully leap over.
Oh, okay.
And luck roll.
Okay. Oh, double good luck.
Okay. Your Harumi Jutsu, you don't have a serious problem. You manage to get over the rock, but you don't manage to get onto him.
Okay.
Okay? Your foot's twisted on takeoff, so you manage to leap over the rock, and you are... Does he notice? Okay. You have a surprise round to do something.
Okay.
So, +5 on your attack roll. What are you attempting to do?
Can I attempt to Atemiwaza punch him in the throat? Because I want to knock him out. I want to knock the wind out of him so he can't make any sound. If I land a blow, can I land it specifically in his throat, crush his windpipe?
No.
Okay. So I am just going to... but I don't have any grappling skills, so I am going to be better off trying to knock him out than trying to wrestle him, I think.
You must have Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, no, wait, yeah, I do have Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, that's what Jiu-Jitsu is, isn't it? Yeah. In fact, I think I'm pretty good at it, yeah. I'm going to make a Jiu-Jitsu roll, and I'm going to try, like I said before, to grab him, one arm round his mouth and one arm round his neck. Okay, I'm going to roll on Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
Grapple.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a
You are +1 for that, and +5 because he's passive, so effectively you're +6.
So I roll the -1.
So, okay.
Big success.
No. What is your skill?
15.
So okay. So effectively your skill is 21. So you made 16 effect numbers.
16
Less his
effect
armor,
numbers, yeah.
which is AC 4. So that's 12 effect numbers. Okay. He is grappled. And
And is he human now that I'm up to him, yeah?
oh yes, he's human. Okay, and so what are the rest of you doing? You kind of leapt over the rock.
As soon as he commits,
yep.
as soon as he jumps or whatever to go, and I'm going to start moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay. And right, so that was a surprise round. What is your base action phase?
Bloody fast. No, I think it's still, yeah, it's still 10.
Okay. So it's you're going at the same time as him.
I'm going 10 and 5.
And yep. So you'd be going at the same time as him, and he is going to attempt to shout something. But I have a horrible feeling that coming round on an earlier base action phase. Anybody earlier than 10?
I don't think I am.
Don't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
I
Everyone
don't
else
think
10?
anybody is. Unless Baka's suddenly very quick. No.
Nope.
So
I'm not.
Right.
remember I did successfully grapple Dave, so he's got my hand round his,
Oh, yeah.
my arm round
Oh,
his
yes.
mouth.
You got
Well,
several
you've got
effect numbers,
12,
yes.
12 you got 12 effect numbers on the grapple.
Mhm.
And
good on him.
yep, so he's got to attempt to overcome that. So the question is whether or not he can wriggle free enough to do that. So
And is that an
he's
opposed
going to
roll?
make. Well, he's going to try making a strength roll.
Mhm.
You're going to try and put more
I roll jujitsu.
grapple onto him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically a jujutsu from you and strength roll from him.
Opposed.
Can he remove some of your? Not on a 16. Okay, so he's not pacified. He is struggling, and you are losing your grip on him, basically. So he didn't manage to break free, so he wasn't able to shout this round. But you don't get the +6 this round, so you are -1 BCS, -5 effect numbers due to his armor.
And do
So effectively, you're down to 7. So unless anybody else gets anything on him this round, he's going to be able to yell next round.
Okay, but I'm rolling jujitsu to try and squeeze the life out of
Oh
his
yes,
throat, yeah?
you've rolled jujutsu to try and wrap him up further,
Yeah.
but you failed.
Alright,
got a
okay.
-1
I thought I was
BCS.
just getting an opposed roll against him trying to scream.
Oh no, basically because you had 12 effect numbers,
Yeah.
10 effect numbers was enough to stop him being able to yell. He was trying to get enough off you to get it down below 10 and failed his strength roll. But when you tried to adjust your position, unfortunately, you got -1 BCS, so therefore he was able to wriggle free slightly, and therefore you only have 7 effect numbers on him
Okay.
at the end of this round.
So less than 10 now.
Unless anybody else does anything to him this round, because they're coming round the rock. So
Yes.
the first 2 round the rock, I believe Baka's on BAP 9.
Yep.
Kinzo's on 10. Yanagi's
I'm on 10.
5.
I'm on 10.
You're on 10. Okay, so Kosa and Kinzo both come round the rock. You can basically see an Ashigaru who's wriggling and appears to be getting free. What are you two going to do?
I'm going to hit him.
Did they get a bonus on this because he's grappled?
Oh, yes. They get +5 because he's grappled. Which is probably not good for him.
I'm going to hit the bugger. I don't know what Kinzo's doing.
Dave's... Yanagi's typing. Dave's got some connection issues, I think.
Yep.
Lost sound is restarting this.
Oh, right, fine. Yanagi's just restarting then. Okay. Why is Discord playing up like this?
Because it's Discord.
So, Kinzo and Kosa, first round the rock, around the rugged rock, the rugged rascals round.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have attack rolls from you on your base action phase?
Okay. I'm hitting with a tell me was a 13.
Okay.
It's gonna hit.
You get +5 on your roll, so that's a hit. He's AC 4.
Yep.
And
I'm doing 5.
okay. And Kinzo, what are you doing? I'm assuming you're coming around the rock. Are you? Tim?
Well, since I've had to re-log in, I've no idea what's going on, so I shall
Ah,
pass.
right. Okay, I will explain what happened. Where did you get up to? Did you know about the Ashigaru helmet on the far side of the rock?
I just informed Oliver that Kurumi Jutsu was the skill you need, then it all fell over.
Oh, great. Okay, so what happened was he used his Kurumi Jutsu, but failed the roll. So he got over there, but couldn't jump on him, landed behind him. Caught him by surprise, thankfully, so he managed to wrap him up with 12 effect numbers, which effectively stopped him yelling. But at that point, people started going round the rock to reinforce Kyūryū. So were you going to go around with Kosa, because you and Kosa have the highest base action phases?
No, I'll let him go.
In that case, next highest is Baka. Baka, would you be going around with Kosa?
I would.
In that case, because you're on a 9.
Can I just get a bit of a clarification? Kosa, this is not one of your one-on-one fights, so therefore you don't mind me getting involved, I'm guessing?
There's already 2 of us fighting him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Kinzo's already in there. and
This
I'm
guy's in
assisting
league with
Kyūryū,
Bakamoto. He has no honour. There's no one-on-one with this guy.
Cool. Let's see what this Tetsubo can do then.
Yeah, you don't give them the you don't give them the honour code. You don't apply the honour code to bandits that work with Bakamoto.
Certainly not in this situation. And there's already 2 of us lining up on it.
Yeah.
Even with the +5, and I'm guessing -2 just for distractions, is it? Or do I try and...
Well, you're +5 because he's restrained.
So 15 goes up to 20, which means it's only +2.
4.
Yeah, so I wouldn't miss anyway.
Yep. Okie doke. Okay. You do 5 points of damage to him, and he goes limp in your arms.
Hey.
Kyūryū. You're going to carry on trying to strangle him?
If he's limp in my arms like he's knocked out, then no, my job's already been done for me.
Yeah. That large metal-studded lump of wood
What I'll
that
do then
bounced
is
off his armor just missed your arm.
Well, what I'll do then, Dave, is I'll release my grip. I'll just release my grip slightly and feel, does he struggle or does he drop? And if I feel him dropping, I'll release my grip.
No, he's dropping.
Yeah,
He's dropping.
Nice work, Baka.
He's got a dent in his armor.
Nice work, Baka. That was some smack you gave him with that Tetsubo. I'm glad you came along.
Okay. He's bleeding, by the way, Kosa.
Alright.
Looks like you knocked some teeth out.
Okay, Kyūryū,
Yeah.
you take him back the way we came. I'll take the helmet and put it on, stand where he was.
Oh, so you're going to stand in his position.
Interrogate him.
Yep,
Take
okay.
him away and interrogate him.
Okay. And if we can get somebody to keep an eye on you then, if somebody keeps their eye on you, watching where you are,
Yes, please.
we'll take
Yes,
him
please.
back and we can give him the old interrogation, yeah?
Yep.
Baka, that might be
Where
another
you
good
take-
job for you.
Where are you taking-
I'm not a torturer.
Where are you taking him back to, by the way?
To where we were sitting watching this guard from, so where the guys have crept up from, we'll
That's
go back
just
down
the
there.
other side of the rock. If you start torturing somebody at that point,
Yeah,
certainly Kosa's going to be able to hear.
nah, we'll back up half, like, in far enough away that the sound wouldn't carry, but we can still see, or somebody can still see Kosa.
Do you want me
Okay.
to stay hidden behind this rock near Kosa, and then you guys take? So I'm back up for Kosa, but not.
Yeah, that's a good plan, Baka. If you want to back up Kosa, then if you just stay low.
Is that right, Kosa?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you just stay
Cool.
low and out of sight, Kosa can keep his head up with a helmet on.
Righty-ho. So you're pulling him back slightly. You're leaving Kosa here. Okie doke.
And Baka.
And Baka. But Baka's hiding behind the rock.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Righty ho. So you have an unconscious Ashigaru.
Yanagi, would you check to make sure he's not going to die on us?
I will now.
Yanagi's having issues now.
Nice
I'm
back.
back now.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I've just restarted my machine because it's the only way to fix it.
I know that feeling.
Yes.
Yes, I'll happily make a roll and check my position. Yeah, thought it was about that. So here comes a 20. All right, still failed.
Okay. Difficult to tell. He's certainly bleeding. Quite badly, actually.
Well,
Some blood coming out of his nose.
I could take a bit longer over it, but then I'll out of options.
Have you got anything that will wake him up?
Not really. I don't have anything that sort of does wake ups.
In that case, we'll just have to wait for him to come round on his own, or for him to die of the bleeding. Oh,
Okay.
hold on.
Well,
Harumi, what school is she?
Water.
Do you have a healing spell?
No.
Damn.
I'd need to be soil for that.
Don't forget, we've got some potions with us.
I'm not wasting a potion on him.
No, I'm not saying we should, but I just say don't forget we have.
Do we? Oh, okay.
Remember, we choose which bag to bring.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right. We got to pick.
I think I listed them out on your loot sheet, didn't I? You got
Anti-venom. and
level 6 smokes of Nye, a level 6 concealing cloak, a level 2 fetters of truth, and a level 6 pure blood twice. So the healing potions that you've got are actually anti-poison,
Right,
Yes.
okay.
because you were concerned about that.
Well, in that case, we'll bandage him up as best we can using his own clothes and wait for him to come round.
In that case, can I have a skill roll from your physician for trying to treat him to affect it?
let's go for it. Yes. Success by
Okay.
5.
Right, you managed to stop the bleeding. In your opinion, he had actually taken physical damage. He'd taken so much stun damage. Looks a pretty weedy sort of Ashigaru. It's going to take time for him to come round, though. He's certainly not going to come round for a couple of hours.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we've got a couple of hours.
Going back to Kosa, standing guard on the edge of the valley. Can I have a couple of wit saving throws from you, please? First one, like that. Oh dear. Okay. You can make out over in the valley, somewhere around there, there's quite a lot of smoke. Looks like several campfires or something like that. But apart from that, the countryside is quiet and no signs of people.
Okay, good. We'll keep it alert.
Baka, can I have one roll from you, please? No.
Nice
you
roll.
Kind of, you kind of generally keep an eye out, and you do notice eventually that there is some smoke coming from over in that direction, but you can't make anything else out. Right.
As a matter of interest, Dave, when you say hours, are you talking Western hours or Japanese hours?
Japanese hours. So it's probably going to be, you reckon, about half a day before he's going to come round.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hit him that hard.
In that case, I could go back to Kosa and say, you need to abandon your post, mate, because
Yeah.
they'll be sending reinforcements before much longer. And we'll take him away with us.
Okay, is he that unconscious or that injured?
Well, but Yanagi and I think he's going to take about half a day to come round, so yes.
Yeah. Didn't hit him that hard.
Well, you almost killed it, so, you know.
He must have a glass jaw.
Oh, obviously, yes.
It's lucky I did miss.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I think,
if Baka had hit him, you'd have killed him.
if you start to move away, back the way we came, I'll want to watch a bit longer to see what's going on, and I'll catch up with you. Me and Baka will catch up with you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Just move back the way we came.
We camped
So
about a
back-
rear away, didn't we?
We should go back
Last
to Yanagi
night-
and the others
last
and
night-
tell him.
Last night, you were camped here, yes.
Go back to our last campsite.
Okay.
I'll aid. Who's the sixth of us?
That's great.
Harumi, Yanagi, Baka, Kosa,
Oh, it's
Kyūryū,
Kyūryū,
Kinzo.
isn't it? Kyūryū and I will carry the unconscious man between us, so that
Okay.
Yanagi can keep an eye on him.
Anything else you might be able to do to bring him round early?
According to our doctor, he hasn't got anything that will bring him round.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
meant
it.
to ask, but I was outside
Well-
smoking. Is there not something like smelling salts in a physician's kit?
I don't think so. Not in the.
You'd have to have a stimulant. I think it is. That's what you want. Something like that.
We'll check
Yep.
what's listed, just to be sure. We've got listed physician's kit, or doctor's kit.
I think it gives you that level of detail.
Usual items, yeah. Acupuncture needles, flasks, etc. Those bits and pieces.
No, if you want wake-up drops, you've got to buy them separately.
Yeah,
I think.
It is a drug.
yeah, it's one of the drugs you'd have to buy.
Yeah. Can I have another position roll, please?
Certainly can. I mean, there's always a chance that some cold water would do it, but no.
No. Okay, fine. The idea doesn't pop into your head. Well, you can waterboard him if you want, see if that brings him round.
That's not what I said.
So
Okay.
move cautiously back to our previous campsite.
Okay, so you're back at your previous campsite, which was actually here. And so, what are you doing, Kosa? Are you going to stay at the rock, or are you moving back with?
I'm waiting about half a Japanese hour, then I'm going to start moving
Okay.
back.
Right, another 2 wit saving throws from you, then, please.
14 and 4. Make the second one.
Okay. Where the smoke's coming from, you can just make out, now that you're paying attention to the area, you can just make out some sort of encampment over there. Looks like defensible position, something like that. But it's
Temporary
reasonably
rather than-
large. Oh, temporary,
Temporary.
yes.
Temporary.
But you reckon it's reasonably large. Now that you can
Okay.
make that out, yes, those definitely look like cooking fires, you would guess. Okay. And the hour's up. No sign of
No.
anything else yet.
Say to Baka, okay, let's go.
Oh,
Okay. Right. Are you going to take the Ashigaru's weapons with you?
Yes. I'm taking
Okay.
whatever, anything that he left lying around, his weapons and helmet and stuff, we'll take them with us.
Okay. He's got a Yari and an alarm gong.
Okay, yeah, we'll take those.
Okay. You're taking the alarm gong?
How
Or
big is
leaving
it?
it?
Well-
It's just a small brass gong that's nailed to a piece of wood jammed between the rock.
Oh, if it's fixed to the ground, if it's fixed, no, we won't take it if it's fixed.
Okay. You make it back to the party. Are you going to stay at this location? Or move further east?
How far away from where the sentry was, are we?
About a ri. Just, well, about 3/4 of a ri, because the sentry was about that
I
point.
think we should go another re, I think.
Okay. You move back to here. By this stage, the sentry is starting to come round. He appears rather groggy.
Make sure he's tied up and gagged.
Yep, fair enough. I think your physician kind of said advises care with the gag because don't want to make things worse.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Okay. Are you going to stick to the southern part? Are you going to follow the track that you made coming in?
Yeah, we're going to backtrack the same way we came in.
Okie doke.
Kosa,
Can I have a-
can I suggest maybe you use your tracking skill to maybe cover our tracks as we back up?
That's a good idea. Good thinking. I'll try that. Yeah.
Okay. Are you going back to the rock or just starting here?
Just break it up a bit so that.
Yeah, I'll just do it now. I'm not going to track all the way back again.
Okay.
It's well. We're tracking 6. Hunting's 8, I think.
Okay. You make an attempt.
Make an attempt. I don't know how good it is. But not really the sort of thing that I'd normally do.
I can't see the tracks anymore, so it must be good.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean much of it.
Well, the test is to see whether Baka can see them, isn't it?
If Baka could see them, I've really messed it up.
Okay, you make it back to a ri on the southern side of the hills,
Yep.
and your prisoner is struggling to get free from his bonds, but not doing too well. What do you wish to do now?
Well, if I see him doing it, I suggest he stops doing that before our man with the Tetsubo hits him again.
I know I've got a key ability for intimidation, but is there any other way of intimidating other than using key, or is it just specifically that?
You just loom over him.
Well, you threats like he's going to hit you with his Tetsubo is certainly relatively intimidating,
Cool.
especially as he's just come back to consciousness. He does in fact stop struggling.
With all the resistance, to bend it the wrong way. Things like that.
Right.
Okay.
What's your name, son?
He doesn't say anything. It might be the kind of gag that's in his mouth.
Take the gag out.
Okay.
Now, what's your name?
One second.
On your camp.
I serve my lord.
And who is that?
He doesn't say anything. He does have a mon on his armor, by the way.
Take his mon off him.
Well, he can't stop you.
I know. Can't.
It's painted. It's painted on some silk, which is fastened to his armor, basically.
Get the scissors out and snip it off.
Okay.
Right, I really would suggest that you actually start cooperating with me, because I'm the nice guy here, and these guys, well, they're less likely to kill you, okay? So, who's your lord?
He again refuses to speak.
Oh, do I get a back from now?
Hold on.
What?
Take his nose and give it a bit of a tweak. Right, I'm going to ask you nicely once again. Who is your lord? If you want to, you can write it down so we can read it. Assuming you can write, of course.
Okay.
Nobody
Fortune.
nobody recognises them. Okay.
Have you seen it before?
Would you like to put that name in the chat, please, Dave?
Okay.
Yeah. We know who Lord Sune is, or is from, or whatever.
None of you have heard that name before.
That means it can't be local. Can't be local to Nobuoka.
And where does your lord hail from?
Let me just check something. The one I want. Sune is not a standard name. By the way, Harumi will tell you that. It's a word that means always or forever, but it is not it's not somebody's standard name. I mean, I will give you this for free because Sune does know this. That it's. I mean, as an expert in in the languages, Harumi will tell you that she believes that's probably a use name, nickname. It's certainly not a standard name. Okay. As far as the second question you gave him, he clams up again.
Can I make a show of sniffing him and saying, "You smell like Bakemono. Have you been working with them?"
He bristles but says nothing.
I don't know about you lot, but I think we take this guy back to Nobuoka and hand him over to the interrogators.
Yeah, I think they're going to get it out of him. They're going to be a lot worse on him than we are, aren't we? And I'll kind of glance over at him and see if he's reacting to that.
Well, we are working for the Castle of the Flame, not the authorities, and the Castle of the Flame is actually closer. They might have some magical, devious means of reading his mind or something. I don't know what they can do.
They also.
Well,
Oh no, they have that
well,
potion.
well-
Remember, on the list of potions, one of them was a potion of truth. In fact, isn't that one of the ones we took?
We did take one, yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think taking him back is a good idea, but I think we should take him to the Castle of Flame because they're the ones who are employing us.
Well, you know for
Oh,
a
yeah,
fact
yeah,
that they.
you're right,
You know
Kosa,
for a,
I forgot
you know for a, you know have a for a fact they have the Fetters of Truth spell
Yep.
because they
Yes.
put that into the potion.
Yes.
Fetters of truth. That was it. Yeah. Should
Let
we?
them do whatever
Okay.
mumbo jumbo they know information how to do.
Yeah.
But that's a good idea to take him back. Yeah.
Okay.
We're not just using
Alright.
the one we've got here and then moving on.
Is that definitely one of the potions we took? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, use it.
I don't know about you, but I don't know anything about questioning people properly. And
No.
I'm assuming that whoever made these potions does. So it'd be better to take him back.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to.
I'm not in.
Don't really want to go. I don't know how strong that potion's going to be. I mean, if it's like, cold to this guy, he might scream a lot and that before we get anything out of it.
Well, what sort of knowledge does Harumi have of the Fetters of Truth spell?
It was the use of those potions was described to her, so therefore she can actually tell you. Let me pull it up, and I will read out what it says. Data. Bushido. And here's of Nippon. And the Fetters of Truth. So the Fetters of Truth spell, and that has the same effect as a successful BCS in the torture skill without damaging the victim. Targets of the spell are permitted a strength saving throw to resist its effects. If this fails, they have to roll. Effectively, you roll as under torture to try and avoid answering the questions. Okay.
Doesn't there's any actual physical harm, but they probably
Correct.
think it does.
But yes, it's a nerve torture, I suppose. But they still get a chance to resist it. So it's useful if you need a quick answer. But you may be better getting somebody to cast it as a spell because they could cast it repeatedly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still
Okay.
think.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
still
one-
say go for it now because we've got the potion here and it's very specific use of potion and that is the use. We might as well use it. I think.
Well, I'm still in favour of taking him back because then we can also report the fact that there is this force here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think even if we are taking him back, I still think use the potion first and get what information we can first, and then take him back, and they can get anything else they need from him. I'd like to know now about how many Bakemono are around, who they're working with. If we can get that info before we go back, that'd be nice to know.
I don't think it's going to make a difference whether we get it before we go back or they tell us when we get there.
Yeah, but will they tell us?
The value of the information we're selling.
Yeah. Besides, don't forget.
You're not selling the information that you are basically scouting for them.
Yeah, true.
Let's go for them.
Yep.
Don't forget. Also, we get to keep these potions if we don't use them.
Yeah, good point. Do we?
I think. Yeah.
Uh,
You
It's
sure?
agreement.
Thanks. Was it? Okay.
not
No.
Sure, that's
the
true.
agreement was to return them if they weren't used,
Ah, yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, so use it.
and not to use them unnecessarily. Just.
I think Kosa's right. I think we should take him back because they're more skilled at it and they'll
Yeah.
get more information out of him.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't think that
He could
If we
actually
use-
die on this now.
I mean, he might even use his potion on him. Like as Kinzo said, he could die straight away. or
Yeah.
we could resist it and give us nothing. I think we're
Okay.
better off handing them over to people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You're the boss.
Right.
You're the boss.
Plus, we can report what we've seen so far. The fact that there's this, a large camp here might be of importance.
Yeah.
You
And
can move.
they might know.
You can move another re today. Okay.
We're still
The
on the
only
fifth,
issue
aren't
we've got
we?
is the only issue we've got is crossing the river.
Yeah. Okay.
The rest we've got to go over these hills, cross the river, and over some more hills to get to the chasm.
Is there any rope in the camping equipment?
Well, basic guy ropes, the things. There's no climbing rope. There is a valley heading east here. You could always head down that valley rather than having to go all the way over the hills to get to the valley to the north.
Yeah. Does it feel like it's going to come out here?
You can see a gap between that hill and the hills to the south. Yeah, so it looks like there is probably a narrow valley there. Yes.
Plus, we're going to get to unblack a couple of hexes. Definitely go this way.
That's not the usual reason for travelling in a particular direction.
Let's go this way. It's unexplored and might be dangerous.
Yeah.
You mean it's full of potential unspotted dangers?
Yes.
Okie doke.
Mm.
In that case, you have another re to travel, and are you going to continue travelling up the side of the southern hills?
Yeah,
Or are you going to head down? Fine. In that case, you make slightly better time.
Yeah, we have to make a bit better time because we are lugging this over this. So it's going to slow us down a bit.
We're not dragging him. So I'm lifting him by his feet and he's walking on his hands like a wheelbarrow.
Okay, can I have a D20? See if he kind of falls and does more damage to himself, please.
5. He's fine.
You managed to catch him and kind of correct Kyūryū's somewhat stupid means of moving him along. Okay, you can force him to stagger along. He's not in the best of shape. You reckon he's probably on about 1 hit point, maybe that?
Do anything, Yanagi.
Dave, if 5 points of Suju knocked him out, he's got 3 hit points.
Anything you can do to help him recover a bit, Yanagi? I don't want this poor chap dying on this.
Not particularly. I couldn't think of anything when we were first looking at it, unless there's...
Not wasting a bandage, are we?
What about? Hang on, if he's got subdual damage, can somebody know massage?
No, the subdual damage goes away. What's killing him is the fact he's taken 2 lethal.
The subdual damage went away when you gave him the rest. You might have been able to get him awake earlier if you'd massaged him.
Okay.
But he does, I give you this for nothing. It does look as though he only has 1 hit point left.
Yeah, I mean, he looks almost dead, so would you just treat him care? Otherwise,
Yeah, we can just treat him as carefully as we can.
Okay. So, are you still trying to hide your tracks?
Yes.
Kosa?
Yeah, we'll be moving a bit slower, so I can do that.
Okay. Try that.
Not good.
Yes, you are successfully hiding your tracks.
I can't see him.
Okay. You can make camp there. The night is again clear. The moon is starting to wane. Let me just update this. And it's done. Okay. Oh, by the way, Kosa, you can have 0.3 Budo.
Okay. Thank you. Three.
Okay, so are you going to tie up and gag this guy again?
Makes sense.
We need to restrain him a bit so he doesn't run away.
Essentially, we tie him up and gag him, yes.
Yes, fair enough. Okay. And right, so first watch. Are you taking extra precautions in this camp? By the way,
Can we fix this guy to a tree or something? Just tie his leg to a tree or something.
yes, there's the occasional tree in amongst the scrub. It's not a forest; it's just the occasional loose tree.
Yep.
Okay. And the first watch passes peacefully. Can I have a luck roll for the party, please?
Somebody want to do that?
I got it.
I've had my good rolls for the day. I've run out now.
Oh, just missed it.
No, 3D.
Oh no, it was 3d6. Ah,
Yeah.
that one.
Well, that was a D20.
Hmm.
Oh, quite
There
lucky. Okay. Can I have a wit saving throw for Kosa and Yanagi, please?
Love to.
Oh, there we are. Another
Oh,
one.
nice.
Oh, God.
I can
I
see
might make
you.
mine.
Can't sneak up on us too.
Okay.
Mine's
In the clear, still night air, you hear sounds coming from about a ri to your west.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds of a large body of beings heading north.
That's not actually towards us, sort of passing us by.
Can I have another D20 from you, please, Kosa?
12.
What's your tracking?
Oh, nowhere near that much. Maybe 6. I think.
Okay, fine.
It's not great.
Fair
Yes.
enough. But, okay. But there is obviously noise. You would guess it's coming from about there. Can I have a wit saving throw from Yanagi? Since Kosa's failed? No,
No.
I can't.
Okay, well,
But on a 1, Kosa, you also noticed that the Ashigaru tied to the tree appears to have loosened his bonds slightly, appears to have been flexing his muscles and straining this not particularly good rope that you've rescued from the camping supplies.
all right, well, we'll go over and secure it again.
He glares at you mutely through his gag. Okay. When you wake Kinzo and Harumi, I presume you tell them what you spotted and heard.
Yes. Tell them what we. Tell him to keep an eye on the guy. He's feeling a bit better because he's trying to loosen his bonds.
Okay. Righto. So, Harumi and Kinzo. You again, you actually, you were pointed in that direction, and can I have a wit saving throw from you, please? Harumi and Kinzo.
Oh, nice work, Kinzo.
Well, Kinzo at least hears more sound coming from over to the west, but it appears to disappear heading west. So it recedes from you towards the west.
Back towards their campsite.
Back towards their campsite, you would guess.
Looking for their lost guard, maybe.
Very
Who
good.
knows?
Who knows?
Check on the man to make sure he's not wriggling free.
It looks like he was trying but not succeeding.
Give him a kick.
If I were you, I would stop doing that.
He's gonna be nothing tomorrow.
Otherwise, you're going to get thumped and it will probably kill you. Now, you might want to die, I don't know. But I suggest you think very carefully about trying to escape.
You can't
I
make
don't
it
need
out
an
through
answer
the
from
gate.
you, I just need you to listen to what I say.
Very good. Okay, the dawn dawns.
Feed the man.
Yeah, make sure he's fed and watered with the rest of us.
Does
Fine.
he look healthier?
I'm sorry. He had a forced march. He has not got any sleep overnight because he's been tied up to a tree and been trying to escape. No.
There's no need to get nasty about it. Yeah.
He's a soldier, he should be used to a bit of hardship.
Yes. Quite.
I've no idea why he's an Ashigaru. One good strike and he'll be dead, won't he?
You know.
Clearly scraping the barrel in that army.
Well, let's face it, who'd want to work with Bakimono?
Yeah, that's true. You got to sink pretty low. Yeah.
He's glaring at you.
Glare away, my son, glare away.
As you taunt him. Okay, so you're heading down to, further east towards the river today.
Towards the river is.
Okay. Right. Let me just reveal a little more area. Okay, the valley does in fact lead you to the riverbank after one re.
What's the
Okay.
state of the river?
The river is actually in reasonable shape at the moment because the last rain was actually, how many days ago was it? About a week and a half ago,
Yeah, I was
actually.
gonna say, it's
So
been a while.
the river has settled down.
Well, like it's wadable.
Let's see now. You have a reasonably straight patch here. There are trees on the bank that you could probably drop to give you some assistance across if you had the right tools.
Feel about that Wakadashi.
Can I have a... Let's see, what's the appropriate skill? Well, let's have a luck roll for the party first. Are you near a good location?
Somebody want to make that?
Uh-oh.
No. This section of the river here is not particularly good for crossing. So you'll either have to go upstream or downstream a bit.
Well, it should be better to go upstream. I assume.
Okay.
Yeah, go upstream because it's closer to the Castle of Flame.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I was asking if Harumi could make note of any particular spots that looked crossable earlier.
Okay. In that case, can I have... Actually, in fact, I will just do it myself. So 2d20.
Somewhere where the river's a bit wider, so it's not as fast
Fine.
flowing.
Okay, so
Well, there must be a couple of up the river where there's a bank on both sides.
Yeah.
the fast flowing area is here, and that is a rocky area with lots of rapids, etc. This area is not really suitable. The next good area is probably up here, where you had the good ground coming down to either side of the river, as evidenced by the forests. So you reckon that you could cross there quite safely. It would be an effort to get across, but that's probably your best spot.
It's worth a look.
Okay.
You might
So
even get... Yeah, we'll go up there and have a look. Might even have to use a tree trunk to help us split across or something.
Okay. In that case, you make your way up the road. Good lord, you've got the road again. And around the bend, and up to the point where you were before. At which point, I would like a wit saving throw for the party, please.
I'll get this one
then. Hey.
I believe that at least one member of the party succeeded with that.
Yeah, Harumi makes that.
It's got to be Harumi and possibly one or two others as well. Well, no, eight.
Yeah, Harumi makes it.
Harumi will, but not nobody else.
In that case, Harumi will notice that there appears to be something different around the area where you were camped by the river. It's been disturbed. And hang on. There's something odd about the bushes on the far side of your campsite. That looks like an obakimono.
Oh.
Question is, has he seen you? Who is apparently looking the other direction. What are you doing?
It looks like there's just the one. There's nobody else we can see, presumably.
Well, at this distance, all you can see is an obakimono's head poking out of the bushes, looking in the other direction. Are you going to step off the road into the scrub alongside it first, or are you going to carry on it?
Step out of sight for a minute.
Okay. Looking further, Harumi believes that there are probably others concealed in the bushes.
Okay. Other obakimono.
Well, other things.
Other humanoid things. Okay.
So it could be the same old Bakemono as before with his 5 Bakemono buddies.
It could go. Ideas we should do?
Should we maybe even try and go round the 2 sides? Like we'll sneak round and try and flank them. Like we'll do a semicircle.
But go back down the river.
We'd have to go a bit further. Try and find a crossing point. We've not found one so far.
Yep. Okay, so you go back down the river. By the end of the day, you get back down to there, I think.
Yeah.
Okie doke. And let's just check and see. Oh, for goodness sake. You have a peaceful night. just
Kinzo's
note
going to
that.
suggest that we attempt a crossing where I'm about to ping.
Okay, and Baka, you can take 2 day. You can take 2 days rations off for the 6th then.
Sweet.
Yep, that seems reasonable, Kinzo. Want to try?
Yeah.
Well, otherwise we've got to go all the way back to Nobuoka, I would think.
Yeah.
Well, certainly
Yeah.
if you
I think there's got to be
City's
some.
got
Well, certainly,
boat.
Yeah.
certainly go and take a look.
Okay. Right. So you camp the night, and it's still clear skies, lovely weather. It's getting a little bit warmer in the evenings now. Probably because you're getting further away from the mountains. The following morning, you head down the river, and you do in fact spot there is a reasonable area to get across here. On the eastern bank, you can see a wooded area, and you could probably get across here if you're lucky.
Okay.
Oh, if we're lucky, I like that we caveat at the end there, Dave.
Well, until you venture out into the river, you can't be certain, can you?
Yeah.
I mean, you can. I mean, how are you going to get your prisoner across?
I suggest
Floating him like a
Baka
raft.
I suggest Baka drops everything he's carrying and just carries him across.
Well, can I slowly, without my pack, wade out a little bit and just sort of test as I go to see what it's like, but be ready to fall back towards the
Test what the
thing.
current's like
Just
and
very,
stuff.
very carefully. Oh,
You
I'm sorry. That is a bad area of the river. That particular section. You are make a speed saving throw.
that is going to be a fail by 6.
Okay, you basically lose your footing. You kind of step into a pothole and tumble into the water and roll downstream. And can I have a swimming roll?
You guys can swim.
What would that be on?
If you have a look on your sheet, you'll find that swimming is one of the skills down below your green skills area.
K48. Cell K48.
48.
Does everybody have swimming?
No, that says cast.
You will find it in K48.
Oh, K48.
Yeah,
K48.
K48, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is there. I
Okay.
see it. Climbing, leaping, rolling, swimming.
Okay, those are your basic capabilities. So, Baka manages to haul himself back to the surface just before he hits a rock and pull himself over towards the bank. He would suggest not trying that particular spot on the bank, possibly upstream a little bit. Generally, this part of the river is you should be able to get a reasonable crossing, but each bit you try may be a chance of a problem.
We'll try another little section then, doing the same thing.
I think you're just,
Okay.
I think you're just unlucky, Baka.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Okay.
In this time, actually, you said there was some. I know we've used some rope from the camping gear.
Oh yes, you basically rescued some of the tent ropes, the guy ropes, and used them to tie this guy to a tree.
We
You've
used all
still
of them.
got some of it wrapped around his hand and holding a spare pair of underwear in his mouth as a gag. You still have a few bits of rope that you can lash together as a makeshift
Safety
rope
line.
to give you safety line to give you a bit of help.
Yeah, I'll do that
Right.
this time, please.
I will assume you do that this time. And
Same again.
okay.
Oh, you got a luck roll, is it?
Well, first of all, I think having done that, you would probably think about using a staff to probe the bed of the river ahead of you to
Oh.
look for this sort of thing. Okay.
I was thinking I was using my Tetsubo anyway as a prodder. But yeah,
I'm sorry, you did not
I-
for.
when I said very carefully, it's kind of what I meant. But
Yes,
I'll be more specific in future.
I assumed you were using it as a staff to support yourself, but you put your foot down in something and failed. So
Yeah.
okay. You can discount one unluck in terms of having problems. So a luck roll to find a decent area to cross this time.
3d6.
3d6.
Hey.
Oh.
Yes, you do find an area that you can get across, and it's on one positive luck. Then to get across safely, it would be a speed saving throw at +5 on your saving throw, but you can help each other across as well. Okay.
I shall point out we've got a spare spear which we can use to help each other across.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, once I've got my pack to the other side, I will come back and carry the our prisoner across.
Okay.
I think I have about the best speed saving throw, so I'll go across next and then try and hold a spear for someone to come across then, okay?
Okay. Well,
That makes it with no adjustments by 2.
fair enough.
So I'll
In
get
that
across
case-
and then I'll hold out the ERA to someone else to and then pull them across.
Okay. Well,
No, what we're going to do is we're going to usher Harumi across between us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'll
Goes
step
the group,
out
I
like 1/3 and you step out 1/3 and then she can go between us.
Yeah. I think we go as a group. Harumi in the middle. Elizabeth and not cross.
Yeah.
If we link arms, we'll help support each other.
Good. Right. In that case, in one roll for the party, and don't fumble.
Okay.
Oh,
Almost spat my drink out there. I was close.
Bit squeaky bum.
Wee bit.
Well, you're lucky that the Ashigaru wasn't trying to get away. He did not want to risk it in the river.
If he wriggled, we were all in the water there, eh?
There are some close calls, but you make it across the river eventually successfully.
Hey.
Okay, let me reveal a little bit more of the far riverbank.
Have a little bit of a rest on the other side. I think.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely taking a breather. That was a wee bit hairy.
Okay. There is a valley heading to the east. Okay.
It'll do, isn't it?
Yeah. That might head to the Castle of the Flame.
It's roughly the right direction.
Yeah. You can kind of see it going something like that.
I know this map doesn't show it, but didn't you go south of the Castle of the Flame at one point, or was that a different place you went south
Only,
of?
only the road to it.
South of it is that direction. Remember, this map's
Yeah.
tilted
Road.
45 degrees anti-clockwise. So north
So
is this.
that is the road from the Castle of the Flame to the nearest village that you go backwards and forwards on.
Yeah.
Right.
The only reason you've got that area shown is because that's the name of the castle. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this has taken you. You had a trial there, and then moved back to here. You tried there. You came down here. That's taken you another couple of hours. Okay, you've still got half a day's travel, so you can go another hex and a half.
Okay.
If you feel up to it.
Yeah, why not?
Just go a hex, I think.
Okay. And you travel. travel into the valley, and the valley gradually narrows, but you can make out a gap between the hills ahead. Okay. And you make a camp for the night. Again, the weather is good. The skies are still clear. Luck is with you.
Baka, take 2 more days rations off then.
Is this the 6? Yo 6? Or Yo 7?
This is Yo-Yo 7.
Okay, 7 into 8, isn't it?
Okey-doke. And you're in third quarter waning of the moon. Righty-ho. I am going to call it a night at that, because there is an encounter tonight in your encampment. So,
Oh well, we'll deal with it.
there isn't time to do it this evening.
Yeah, of course.
With any luck, it will kill your prisoner.
Any luck, it'll bear to find us and wander off.
Your prisoner can't defend himself. I mean, he's tied to a tree as bait, isn't he?
We might feed him to the bear, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough, David. It's 5 to 11 anyway.
Well, I didn't think
Thank
it was
you,
time
gents.
to get through it tonight. So you have your prisoner, you are returning to the Castle of the Flame, and an encounter awaits you at the beginning of next week.
Hey, nice.